Welcome back to Full Sail Live. I am Monty Griffin. The NBA bubble season is over. The New Orleans Pelicans went into the season thinking they could make the playoffs. Instead, they are leaving the bubble. They're also making somebody else leave. They fired their head coach, Alvin Gentry, after 5 seasons. He went 2-6 in the bubble. With number 1 overall pick Zion Williamson available for the bubble games, the Pelicans were expected to make some noise. The only noise they made was the news of Gentry's firing. Lakers assistant coach Jason Kidd, Clippers assistant Ty Lue, and former net coach Kenny Atkinson are all candidates for the job. Keep an eye on Lue. He and Pelicans GM David Griffin were together in 2016 in Cleveland, the year the Cavaliers won the title with Lue as coach. The NBA has a win or go home game today between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Memphis Grizzlies. Actually, if the Grizzlies lose, they get to go home. Trailblazers, if they lose, they get another chance tomorrow. The winner of Sunday's game gets to advance to the NBA playoffs. Their reward is a face-off against the number 1 seed, Los Angeles Lakers. Fun. This is the first year of the play-in game. Here's ESPN insider Zach Lowe on if the league should keep the new format.
I hope so. It's an absolute no-brainer. I've been saying it's a no-brainer for years and years. Anything that keeps more teams alive in the last 2 weeks of the season is super exciting and makes for better basketball. And one thing I think they've stumbled on here is I like that they have parameters where if the gap is too big in the standings, the play-in doesn't happen, because the NBA's play-in proposal for the regular season, a normal season, it actually involves the 7 seeds in each conference. And I don't think it would have been fair, for instance, if Dallas had to be in a play-in tournament this year. That's not fair. They're too far ahead of number 8. So I like that they've introduced that. If you can find a way to make that permanent in some way, all in on the play-in.
Tonight, it's UFC 252. UFC heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic faces former champ Daniel Cormier in the rubber match. There's a lot on the line tonight. Miocic is the only man in UFC history to defend the heavyweight title 3 consecutive times. Still, if he loses tonight to Cormier, Miocic will be remembered as the second best heavyweight of his era. Miocic is 19-3. Cormier is 22-2 with 1 no contest. UFC President Dana White discusses his feelings on the trilogy.
I'd have to call this the best trilogy, especially because of the first 2 fights. First two fights. You don't see heavyweights go at it the way that these two have in the first 2 fights, and the result, Cormier, catches him with that shot in the first fight and knocks him out.
Another day, another Major League Baseball team has players tested positive for COVID-19. The latest team to join the list is the Cincinnati Reds. The team had one of its players test positive for the virus. The last 2 games of their series against the Pittsburgh Pirates have been postponed. The Reds are the 3rd team to have games called off because of the positive test. The other teams were the Marlins and Cardinals. For Full Sail Live, I'm Monty Griffin.